My daughter hadn't spoken a single word in 47 days. I counted each one like a shift on duty. Long, heavy, endless. Every evening I returned home to the same silence. No sound of cartoons, no laughter echoing through the rooms, only the faint rhythm of her small breaths as she hid beneath her bed. That night, when someone knocked on the door, she finally broke the silence. "Daddy," she whispered, voice trembling. "Mom's friend hurt me." Her words shattered the air like breaking glass. Something deep inside me went still. The room felt heavier, the world quieter. My heartbeat slowed, like the wail of a siren that never reached its destination. I'd seen lifeless children on cold kitchen tiles, faces frozen and pale, but I had never seen my own child tremble at the mention of a name. I didn't ask who she meant. I already knew. Because lately, whenever that man's number flashed on my wife's phone, her smile changed, softer, secretive. Suddenly, every moment I trusted her began to feel scripted. Every word rehearsed, every gesture calculated. I held my daughter close. She shook like something fragile, something no badge, no oath could protect. That night, while she slept in my arms, I made her a promise I'd never made anyone before. I wouldn't arrest the man who did this. I would expose him. My wife's name is Claire. She used to wait up for me, reheating dinner, asking about my shift. Then one day she stopped asking. Stopped waiting. Started inviting friends over instead. One of them was Daniel, her coworker from the charity foundation. I'd met him twice. Smooth talker. Too confident. Once, he clapped my shoulder and said, "You're a lucky man, John. She's one of a kind." That line came back to me later, bitter and poisonous. The next morning, I watched them from the kitchen window. She was standing close to him by her car, laughing, brushing invisible dust from his jacket. His hand rested on her shoulder for just a moment too long. She thought I wasn't watching. But I'm trained to see the smallest tremor before the shot. I kept my face blank, walked up to her, kissed her cheek, and said I loved her. She smiled, and for a second, even she believed it. That evening, she told me Daniel was worried about something at work. I nodded, said nothing. I'd already started my own investigation. I accessed Daniel's record from the department database. A few traffic tickets. One old assault complaint, dismissed for lack of evidence. The woman's name stopped me cold. Claire. Filed 5 years before we were married. The report detailed unwanted touching, alcohol involvement, late hours. Then a retraction. Misunderstanding, it said. But the handwriting wasn't hers. I went through her phone next. Easy, the family plan was under my name. Late-night calls saved under Laura. GPS logs from her car led to a motel 2 towns away, room 12, twice a week. Meanwhile, my daughter's nightmares grew worse. She woke up screaming whenever Claire left the room. I pretended not to notice. Pretended to sleep beside my wife while she texted in the dark, the glow of the screen painting her face like an interrogation light. Each night, I counted her lies. Each morning, I left my service weapon locked in the car, because this wasn't going to end with bullets. It would end with the truth. The DNA report came on a Wednesday. The samples weren't official. One hair from my daughter's brush, another from Daniel's jacket found in the back seat of Claire's car. I left the envelope folded neatly on the kitchen table beside her coffee cup. She came downstairs late, still in her robe, humming softly. "You should read it," I said without looking at her. Her voice faltered as she unfolded the paper. I watched her knees weaken, her color fade, the same look I'd seen 100 times when guilt corners the guilty. "Why?" she whispered. "Why would you?" I didn't answer, just watched her break. Her lips trembled, breath shallow. She reached for me. I stepped back. "It's not what you think," she pleaded. "It's exactly what I think," I replied, calm as I was at every crime scene. "Please, John." I turned away before she could say my name again. The next day, I met Daniel at his office. He greeted me with a smile, one that died the moment he saw the envelope. He opened it, read, froze. His arrogance sank into fear. I'm not pressing charges, I told him quietly. I'm letting you live with it. He swallowed hard. John, it wasn't. Don't, I interrupted. Quiet. You hurt my daughter. You ruined yourself. And from now on, you'll spend the rest of your life waiting for me to knock again. Then I left. No badge. No handcuffs. Just silence trailing behind me like a shadow. When I got home, Claire was gone. She'd taken her clothes, her perfume, even our wedding photo, but left behind a cracked picture frame of our daughter on the kitchen counter. 3 months have passed since. The house is quieter now. My little girl laughs again. Sometimes she looks up at me and asks, "Are you okay, Daddy?" I tell her yes. But the truth is, I'm not the same man anymore. I've seen too much, not in the streets, but within my own walls. People think betrayal is loud. It isn't. It's a whisper in the dark. It's a familiar perfume on the wrong coat. I don't hate Claire. Hate requires energy. I just feel nothing now. Sometimes she calls, block number, always late at night. I let it ring. She already knows the answer. And I already said goodbye.